Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to share with you some recent pickups. I've been doing these videos about once a month, just showing you what I've been picking up. Haven't been picking up as much this year as in previous years, but I am adding some things to my collection. I know there's a Kino Lorber sale going on too, which ends tomorrow, so I just placed an order for some Kino Lorber titles. They always have some great things. But I'm going to have sort of random things to show you today. I may not talk too much about each film, but I wanted to show you everything I picked up. In this first one, since it's October, I decided to add, I always add a little bit to my horror collection if possible. And I really enjoyed this one. I saw this one on, I believe, Max, Ginger Snaps, which I thought was a really great film. This is the Scream Factory edition of it, so you've got extra features there on the back, which you can see. Lots of extra features there listed. Interviews with the actors, commentaries, things like that. But I really enjoyed this particular watch. Really interesting horror movie, and like I said, really enjoyed it. It was the first time I had seen it this year. So next up, my good friend over at Movie Chatter, Stephanie, mentioned to me this movie, which I think was on a variety of sites, but I picked this up off Amazon. And this is Mad Monster Party, which I'm pretty excited about. You can see also the voices of Boris Karloff and Phyllis Diller. There's some others here too. Boris Karloff, I'm trying to see the other voices here too, but I know Phyllis Diller is one of them. Anyway, there's the extra features on the back of that one also. I know this one, you can get this one also with a slipcover, but I decided to just pick it up because it was a little bit cheaper on Amazon. And but it's from the creators of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman. I think, Frosty the Snowman. This is great. This is really entertaining, really light entertainment for October and Halloween. And it's nice to hear anything with Boris Karloff I'm a big fan of. So that's Mad Monster Party. Also a recommendation from Stephanie over at Movie Chatter. And of course, if you've been watching the live streams, we're doing live streams every Saturday at 2 o'clock. Really enjoying those a lot. And thanks to all those that attend, you can see those. I think we've done 26 episodes, and so you can go back and listen to those if you like, but we're really having a lot of fun doing those. But Stephanie recommended this one also, and I hadn't seen it before for whatever, I'm not even sure why I hadn't seen this one before, but it's Stephen King's The Mist, directed by Frank Darabont, who of course did Shawshank Redemption and other films, and also participated in The Walking Dead. And I really love this. This one comes with the black and white version. I know there's a 4K out on this too, but typically when the 4Ks come out, the Blu-rays go down in price, and that's sometimes when I will pick up a film. And so this one was pretty inexpensive on Amazon. And there's the back of that one. This has a lot of extra features on it as well. I watched the interview with Stephen King and the director, and I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed understanding the relationship, the collaboration between Stephen King and Darabont. So that was really interesting. Also, this one has a black and white version. The thing I liked about this too is it really seemed like a theatrical play in many cases. The settings are fairly limited, and I thought the horror elements were great as well. I'm not going to give away any of the plot for this one, but it's really, really interesting, and really now one of my Halloween favorites, which it's great when you can watch a new film for the first time and then discover some new favorites. So happy I picked this up. May even pick up the 4K at some point, but for now, this is completely fine. Also, was spending some time on the Criterion channel. You know, the Criterion channel has some great little features that they do every month. And so I highly recommend the Criterion channel, if only to preview films maybe that you want to purchase. I know there may be a Criterion flash sale coming up soon, and it's a perfect way to preview some films. And so Criterion was doing a feature on some 70s car films, which I'm always a fan of. And so I decided to add a few more to my collection there, and I saw this one on the Criterion channel, Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry. So this is a double feature, the action-packed double feature with that film as well as Race with the Devil, which I still need to see. These are DVDs, but I'm so happy I picked these up because I hadn't really seen, I don't think Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry has a Blu-ray release, or if it is, it's very hard to find. But you can always let me know in the comments too if you know of a release that came out maybe for any of these films that is an upgrade or anything like that. But I'm really excited about this. There's also some audio commentaries on these, even though they are DVDs. In many cases, the DVD is completely fine, so I'm just happy to have picked up these movies. The other one I saw for the first time on the Criterion channel, and so happy I did, this is a Warner Archive release, George C. Scott in The Last Run. And I really, really enjoyed this one as well. These are DVDs, and of course you can see my Warner Archive collection over here on the side. These are all the Warner Archive releases that I have, and I'm such a big fan of Warner Archive, and so happy to pick this one up. Seeing it for the first time, I really enjoyed it. George C. Scott's performance is great. He basically plays a retired, this is again my favorite story, he's retired. He comes back out of retirement to do one final. He has to transport some people to different locations. Let me see if I'm just going to read a little bit of the back of this. George C. Scott and Trish Vanderveer co-star in this gritty crime drama directed by Richard Fleischer, who replaced original director John Huston. Scott plays Harry Garms, a former getaway driver. So he's a getaway driver who is retired to a peaceful life in a rural southern Portugal fishing village. He comes out of retirement basically for one last job. And so again, that's one of my favorite plots for movies. Let me know too if there is a film that you know that has this type of a plot. Certainly let me know. I have a lot of them, but I'm sure I don't have all of them, and I'm always looking for a film with this particular scenario. I just think it's a great scenario, and it doesn't always end up well, but I do enjoy those plot lines. The other one I picked up too, this was not on the Criterion channel, but I noticed there was a deal on it, and I only had one of the movies, so I picked up Burt Reynolds and the Smokey and the Bandit 3 film collection. This was pretty inexpensive on Amazon also. There's the back, so you can see all 3 films there. Really enjoy these movies, and so again, I've got a little car section now, which you can't see here, but I have a little car section in my shelves, or for 70s car films, but any car films basically, and so this has gone there. Next up, I'd like to thank MVD Entertainment and Radiance Films for a couple of review copies that they sent me of some films. One is this movie called The Last Island, which I think is really great. And I haven't had a chance to watch this, but I'm going to read a little bit of the description of the film so that you can see what it's about. It seems really good. Also, they've listed all the extra features here on the side, which is very cool. I'm interested to see this. 5 men and 2 women who survive an airplane crash discover that they may be the only survivors of a world disaster. So this is a little bit of a disaster film. The question arises whether the human race can survive, or does mankind destroy itself. This is a new 2K HD transfer. It's got an audio introduction by the producer, an audio commentary by a film scholar, Peter Verstraeten, a behind the scenes of The Last Island interview with Politica columnist Anna Marie Gruel, and a trailer. So lots of extra features on this, and I'm really excited to watch it. Haven't had a chance to see this one yet. Next up is a Radiance release, which I think Radiance is doing an amazing job with their releases, and this is another one that's limited to 3,000 copies. This is the version, the Blu-ray version of The Dead Mother, and you can see the beautiful cover art on that. And this is also, the numbers are here on the bottom. They have a spine number for these releases. There's the back of that also. Inside, beautifully done. There's a booklet on the inside also that you can see. And I'll just read the beginning here too, or I'll read the little synopsis of it. A gothic thriller with pitch black humor that recalls the Coen brothers' The Dead Mother is a forerunner to the Spanish genre explosion and won a host of prestigious international awards, which is very cool. This is a new 4K restoration. It's got a director commentary, a making of featurette, short films, and much more, as well as a soundtrack CD. So this is really packed. I love what Radiance is doing with these releases. Really amazing, and thanks again to Radiance and MVD Entertainment for these review copies. Also, you can see on the back here too, it lists the extra features. So you get a little synopsis on the front of what the film is about, along with a few of the extra features, and then on the back, you can get a sense of what is, what else is on the disc. So really love those. Continuing on with some Warner Archive titles, I did also, because I love car films, pick up the Warner Archive film The Gumball Rally, which I thought was very cool. I love these Warner Archive releases, as I mentioned before. This one does not have any extra features on it, but there's the back of that one. Haven't seen this one yet. You can always let me know in the comments below what you think of these films that I'm showing today too. Also from Warner Archive, decided to pick up a few pre-code horror films, and there's a feature right now on the Criterion channel talking about pre-code horror. So I picked up Dr. X, which I haven't seen. There's the back of that one, and this one also has the color, I think the colorized version, and the includes the separately filmed black and white version. So I'm excited to watch this. Like I said, this one's on the Criterion channel. And then I'm surprised I didn't have this one also. This is The Mystery of the Wax Museum. There's that one, and then there's the back of that also. And this one also has some extra features on it, a documentary remembering Fay Wray, an audio commentary by an author film historian, Alan K. Rode, audio commentary. So a few extra features on these Warner Archive releases at some point, with a few of them. So that's very cool. Also, I noticed, I think about a week ago, Shout Select was doing a sale on Amazon, and they'd reduced some prices on some of their releases. So I decided to pick up a few of those. And one of them, I had this on my list for the longest time, but hadn't had a chance to pick it up, and that is Used Cars with Kurt Russell. And you can see Shout Select. I love what they do down here too, so you can tell all these releases are Shout Select. And then they've got the extra features in this little panel in the back also. So that's very cool. I'm getting ready to watch some film noir, so I picked up this version of the Blue Dahlia. Love the artwork on these. There's the back of that one. And also Robert Mitchum in Farewell My Lovely and The Big Sleep. Haven't seen these. Again, love the cover art on these. And you can see the extra features listed in the panel in the back there if you want to pause the screen. And also one of my favorite films, my wife and I love to watch this around the holidays, and that's the 30th anniversary of When Harry Met Sally. Really love this film, directed by Rob Reiner. We watch it at least once a year, usually around New Year's, and we just really love this movie. It's so funny. It's got extra features on it too. It's got the, I think this had some new features on it from the Blu-ray that we already have. It has a new in Conversation with Rob Reiner and Billy Crystal, and there's a new 4K scan of the film as well. And then a lot of the extra features which are on the back here are on the other Blu-ray that was released already. But happy to upgrade this one, get a couple extra features on it. And finally, my wife and I always regularly go to the library, support our local library, which I think is always fun to do. You can always find, I don't know if all libraries do this, but our library does a book sale, which usually includes some movies. I didn't find as many as I usually do. Usually I find some criterions there that people have turned in, but I did find a few things, so I thought I would share those with you. And that is the first one, and these were all $1 at the book sale. This is the remake of The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, which I haven't seen, which I hear is pretty good. I love the original version of this. And also picked up, since I watched The Exorcist this year, I also picked up Exorcist 2, The Heretic, which I hadn't seen. This is one of these older flip cases, but really enjoy that. And it's got some extra features, I believe, on the back. An alternate opening sequence and some interactive menus, so not too many there, but I'm happy to pick that one up. And finally, a movie that I've been searching for a while, which I saw many years ago, and I'm excited to rewatch it, and that is, this is an Irwin Winkler film, Life as a House. And this is also a flip case too, but with Kevin Kline. Really interesting. You can see also lots of extra features there on the back. I'll read a little bit of the back of this one too. Academy Award winner Kevin Kline stars in this heartfelt and humorous tale of a man who decides to tear down his house and winds up rebuilding the world around him. So really like this. It's a pretty, it's a good film, but also very sad as well. So, and that is what I've been picking up recently. Like I said, I've been adding a few movies here and there to my collection. Let me know in the comments below any comments on any of the films I've shown today, but let me know what you're picking up, what you're planning to watch this October or any time of the year, essentially. Let me know, what you have planned to watch. I'm watching a lot of different things this time of year. I'm watching a few horror films. I'm watching some very quieter films. Probably going to get into some pre-code horror and, watching maybe some black and white horror coming up here. So thanks so much for watching today. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, click on like. And if this is your first video, please consider subscribing to my channel. That would be awesome. I sincerely hope that everyone is safe and well, and I'll talk to you soon.